Nintendo Switch Online gets 2 obscure NES games and a Castlevania Game Boy game for Halloween. Nintendo Switch's online game library swells this week with the addition of 2 obscure NES games and a Castlevania Game Boy game for Halloween. First up is 1984's Devil World, one of Shigeru Miyamoto, Takashi Tezuka, and Koji Kondo's early NES games, now available in the US for the first time. In this puzzle adventure, the player navigates mazes and avoids the machinations of the devil, the demon from Devil World, is an assist trophy in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. In Devil World, wherever the devil points, the maze scrolls in that direction, potentially restricting movement and closing off escape routes. Okay. The second NES game is 1986's The Mysterious Morizame Castle. In this feudal Japan set game, a mysterious evil force takes control of Murasama Castle. You join a young samurai apprentice called Takamaru and use his sword and shuriken attack against swarms of enemies. And finally, 1998 Game Boy game Castlevania Legends see the players take up to arms as Sonya Belmont in a story set before the original Castlevania game. A paid Nintendo Switch Online and Expansion Pack membership is required to access N64, Nintendo Switch Online, Sega Genesis, Nintendo Switch Online, and Game Boy Advance. Nintendo Switch Online libraries of games, and to access the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass, Animal Crossing New Horizons, Happy Home Paradise, and Splatoon 2 Octo Expansion DLC at no additional cost. Would you be interested in any of these games? Let me get the names again. Devil World, um, the the Mysterious Morizame Castle, or Castlevania Legends.
I've heard of Castlevania for many years now, and I actually currently bought the 30th anniversary of Castlevania that was on sale for about $10, $15, $20, give or take. So I bought that, and I actually just had the chance to play again. I will admit that. But I did play Castlevania as early as the 1990s of the PS1 version, definitely, and I also played the N64 version with the same person that I spent time with playing the Castlevania games as well. He owned all the Castlevania games of the 90s and 2000s, at least for the PS1, the 64, etc., etc. So, yeah, why not? Yeah. As far as Devil World, never heard of that game before.
Well, I'm just looking up price charting because I was interested in the Castlevania Legends game. According to price charting, the Castlevania Legends game loose goes for $185.
God damn, that's the first Castlevania you're talking about, right?
No, Castlevania Legends on Game Boy.
Oh, wow.
I'm not even sure if Devil World or Murazame Castle is gonna. Well, they got Devil World for Famicom,
All right.
and they got the PAL NES version, but no American NES version.
Mm-hmm.
Murazame Castle. Let's see if that shows up. Just for the Famicom disk system. So, yeah, yeah. If you this is where something like the Nintendo Switch Online system is really valued because unless you want to spend $200 almost to play Castlevania Legends, especially after shipping and everything, it's cheaper just to have the membership and play Castlevania Legends that way. And like I said, the other 2 games weren't even available in America.
Mm-hmm.
One Devil World was released. There is a PAL format and there's a Famicom port, but Murazame Castle, the second one, was just on the Famicom.
You're right.
So yeah, so there is so like if you want to play these games, the Nintendo Switch Online service is the best bet.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else to add or?
Well, I want to say though with Castlevania, um, I think the one from that I played the most was the PS1 version. It featured the same voice actor from the Resident Evil 1 game of Chris Redfield. Last time I checked, he sounded very familiar, similar in that Castlevania game I played back in the 90s. I think around 1999, 2000 it came out, the Castlevania game. I forget what's it called exactly, Castlevania something, but it's definitely on the PS1. So had a good cutscenes. They will call it cutscenes, but it's like highlighted like text, and then they'll have the voice actor acted it out. So in
Was it
voice,
Castlevania Symphony of the Night?
most likely,
Because that's the like most famous Castlevania game I know of on PlayStation.
definitely has to be.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, if you're interested in any of these games, I like that Devil's World maze game. Basically, wherever the devil points, that could end up shutting off certain routes out, and then you have to find another way out. So that sounds interesting to play. Um, and I'd love to try out Castlevania Legends, but no way I'm paying $200 for that. Um,
Yeah,
and I don't have a Switch. But if you do have a Nintendo Switch and you're interested in any of these games, try them out.
definitely.